Oh, what the hell?
Hi there, and welcome to another episode of 411 Pop Culture, where real people talk about really everything. I'm your host, Justin. With me tonight is my mom, Marlene. How you doing tonight, Mom?
Okay.
We are going to watch, are you excited? We're watching Scream 6. And it's fun because that's actually, the very first episode we did together was on Scream 5.
Okay.
So it's sort of like an anniversary. Now, as usual, I have seen this one already. She has not. I won't give anything away, but as always, there's obviously going to be spoilers because we're watching the whole movie. But she's never seen it before, but I did guess what was going to happen in this one. So I was able to guess, so I'm curious if you will be able to. And I have witnessed that I did catch, or that I figured it out as well as the plot. But I feel like it was kind of clear, but anyway, you'll see. But if you like what you're seeing, as always, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. That helps a lot. Lets us know you want more content. And but we won't hold you in any further suspense. Let's go ahead and get started with Scream 6. Ooh. Now you remember, Nev Campbell's not in this one.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely red. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything red here. Well, there's some dumpsters about halfway down.
Oh.
See that, but I don't see you.
Would you go down there?
See you either. This is creepy, right?
Oh.
20th century slashers, huh?
Yeah, are you sure you're walking towards us?
I'm sure. Oh, shit! He's after me.
Oh, where are you?
He's got a knife. He's got a knife. And that's the worst part. The worst part. Walked into a dark alley.
That's not funny.
No. It's not.
Oh, gosh. Oh. 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 Ew.
Now I see something red.
Oh. Oh. Ew, now I see something. I don't know the last, but they showed who he was.
It's a surprise, huh? Weren't
Yeah.
expecting that.
No,
It's a little different.
a lot. That's why I'm not speechless.
Yeah.
I didn't. Huh.
Okay, Sarah.
Listen, are you and Greg gonna come to the OKB party?
Well, if he finishes the Spanish.
Do you remember her? She was in the last one. She was one of the survivors.
Okay,
Remember, she got attacked right at the beginning of the movie?
I think so.
Yeah. And then she was like in the hospital for the rest of the movie, for most of it.
Give me a drink.
I'll see you.
Probably.
She was escaping when Dewey got killed.
Oh,
And her sister, remember her sister's Billy's son?
I don't understand this. He killed her.
Yeah. And apparently he knows Tara, too.
Greg? Greg?
I know somebody did it. Oh,
Maybe I'll come out. Dude, I know you're not here. Humor me. Alright, fine.
he's there.
It was even better.
Sure, but remember, this guy just killed somebody, too.
When the knife went in her, it's like she wasn't human anymore. Just an animal.
in the refrigerator. Oh, what the hell? That's not what? Oh, oh, I
Who gives a fuck about movies?
oh my
So they were
God.
supposed to be the two killers, but they got killed right away. That's
Oh,
clever. That's a nice different way to start off.
oh
The,
yeah.
the sixth
They're
movie.
saying, why are you talking to me like that when you weren't going to use that voice?
Right, so the killers had their tables turned on them right at the beginning. Because usually there's some sort of opening sequence that's a little unique or different. And it was clever. So where she was in the last one?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah. Remember, she was Billy Loomis's daughter. She was sort of kind of maybe a psycho killer herself.
Okay.
What I'm really worried about, though, is Tara.
What I'm really worried about.
Like, remember when she stabbed her boyfriend at the end, but then she kept stabbing him and stabbing him and stabbing him?
I think I remember.
Yeah.
I have trust issues.
Okay.
And if you remember, her boyfriend was the one who was the killer at the end. So, she would have trust issues.
Okay.
And they're in New York this time.
Okay.
They got scared. Not too big this time.
I got out of therapy early, so I was thinking maybe we cook dinner tonight. If you want, I'll see you soon.
Ooh,
That time, I gotcha. They got scared.
right. I think it's good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Okay.
Did it work?
It sure did. Thanks,
Okay.
Mom.
Okay. Let me know if you want me to, just hear it again. I can even do better, probably.
So she was one of the survivors.
So somewhere.
Yeah, she was Randy's niece, we found out. Her and her brother were both survivors.
Guess I should stay close to you then. Lost my brother. My dad wouldn't leave me alone. He even transferred to the NYPD when I got to college, so. Stalker, much?
She know him.
Yeah, he was the guy that they were staring at across. That he was, yeah. So she was acting like she wasn't interested in him, but apparently they got something going on.
I say the most romantic things.
What the fuck?
That was her boyfriend,
I never
the
did.
one that died.
It was coming from his number. Don't pick that up. Just let it ring. Sam. Who is this?
Hello, Samantha. Did you miss me?
I want you to think long and hard about whether you really want to do this, because the last two people that fucked with us ended up dead.
You should be thanking me, Sam.
So what? You're protecting us now?
Not quite. I'm going to show the world who you really are. A liar and a killer. I'm going to...
You better watch yours.
What? Oh. Oh.
You got a problem here, Johnny?
Oh my gosh. Go out. Oh, oh gosh. Why are they looking like that? Because he took the mask off.
I think just because of what happened. They're shocked, surprised, can't believe it's happening again.
Okay.
This was found next to the body at the apartment crime scene. Can I help you?
Special Agent Kirby Reed, FBI.
So she was in Scream 4.
Oh.
Remember she had the really short blonde hair in that one? Yeah. So it was never cleared up whether she actually died or not. Everybody assumed she did. But
Oh, yeah, the little boy.
but remember, I don't know if you remember the last one we watched. I showed you there was a little thing where it showed like the guy watching a YouTube thing, and it showed her picture. So it was like an Easter egg. But she came back, so she's an FBI agent,
Okay.
We went to Woodsboro High together.
which is one of the things I loved about this movie.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah. I've only watched this once. I'm not sure I feel altogether about it, but one of the things I definitely loved was that she came back.
Yeah, there's not nobody in here that relates to.
Right.
That's right. There's nobody really.
Ghostface Killers of 2011.
I just said it.
Charlie Walker gave me this.
Oh,
Do you ladies think you're
yeah.
Ghostface Killers come to the
You shocked me.
Why? I knew she was going to be in it. Just Nev Campbell didn't come back.
Nice try, sweetie. But I've done this dance before.
Ah,
Stay away from us.
So yeah, she survived.
You said you would write a book about what happened. And then you wrote a book about what happened. Come on. Somebody was going to write about it. That's what I do. I heard you couldn't sell the movie rights. It's all I talked to Sydney. She's not coming here, is she? No. She sends her love, but she's taking Mark and the kids someplace safe. She deserves to have her happy ending. On that much, we agree.
But yeah, I'll be honest. If she hadn't come back, I don't know if I'd even be watching this. I might have watched it because I knew that Kirby, Hayden Panettiere, I think her last name was back.
right.
So I may have still watched it for that. But without Gail, like it had to be somebody. Like
Right.
without Nev Campbell, I mean, like there's no. I get it. They're trying to get this set up for now a new generation. Because how many times could Sydney come back and all this stuff? But
Oh, they're doing this for a new generation.
right, that's why there's all these new teens, or now they're college age. But
I see,
yeah,
like
so
new people now, this
right,
age.
yeah.
that are
That's
new.
why, like I said, I ended up guessing what was going to happen. But I think something very cool could have happened that they didn't do. But I'll tell you when it happens when we get there.
What the? Okay. Whoa, what did he do?
He probably has files on Sam, maybe.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. I was just guessing. So it's on a cheat. I forgot. So I was like, maybe.
Answered their ad online.
Okay, say no more. You've already implicated yourself enough.
It was an anonymous ad, Mindy. And you know we vetted her. Plus her dad is a cop.
And that makes it more likely. And we have our suspects.
Wait. What about you guys?
I mean, I think it's pretty safe to rule out the four of us who went through.
You think it might be one of the new people or maybe one of the older people? Like one of the survivors or one of the new people?
And Steele's around session notes.
Maybe.
It's one of those in the group now.
One of the new ones or one of
I
the
don't
originals?
know.
Just take a guess. There's no prizes. The world won't end.
I took one of the feet.
Looks like he's counting.
I don't know yet. Let me think.
Okay, that's fair.
That's when he gets to one.
So what they were talking about is the masks that are being left behind are going backwards in order. So the last mask was from last year. The mask before was from Scream 4.
Last year was Amber Freeman and Richie Kirsch, whose mask we found at the first crime scene, along with the bodies of 2 film students who killed their professor earlier that same night. And it was Jill Roberts and Charlie Walker. There's at the bodega.
Which is where
Roman
she's
Berger
from.
was the only single Ghostface. Kudos to him for him.
I think you should get out of the city. You know, considering what happened.
So you caught that they kind of like each other now?
I wouldn't blame
Yeah.
you if you wanted to go.
Just make out already?
She's too silly to be it. You know, I think she's too goofy.
Stu was kind of goofy. Matthew Lillard from the first one, remember? He was goofy.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, he was. He's all green.
He'll always be, I think he's my favorite of all the killers. There's been talk that he might come back eventually.
It'd be nice to say.
Give yourself a nickname, Dingus.
Oh, of course I can, Dingus, because I just did. Core 4, up top.
No.
Darn it.
Get that away from me.
Well, I can't be the two girls.
Don't do it.
You know, I would actually like more respect and support.
The Ghostface Halloween mask across the tri-state area in the
Yeah,
last
it's
24
him.
hours have gone
Who?
through
Him?
the roof.
Maybe.
I've got my mask. What about you, Jay?
You know it. It sure is going to be one spooky Halloween.
So she
I'll
said,
say.
Now let's get over to guys.
Yeah, I know
Huh?
she's an inmate, but you're like police.
oh, he's seeing her.
I know.
Oh, no.
Sam! Samantha!
I feel like we should high five or something.
He's in the house.
What? Come on.
Okay. Oh, throw some at the window.
She's really freaked out and paranoid.
No, and don't use my good face wash. It's pH balance for women.
Oh, he's gonna come and kill him.
Hey, not right now. What are your intentions?
It's happening right in their house.
Run.
Oh, nice to go.
You have the keys. No, I left them inside.
Oh. Who was that?
The boyfriend that the girl was sleeping with.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh. And where's her sister?
Outside, like in the hall.
Oh no. Oh, she can't do it. You'd rather do that. Oh no. She's not gonna make it, tell me. Oh no. Oh, come on. That's a moving girl. I would go and move. Well, you're going to die. Oh, I would. For once, can somebody just get through there? Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, the other two got through there.
that's true. I was surprised.
I'm so sorry.
Step the fuck
Oh, yeah, now it's going to be this one because they said the nerdy one in the beginning.
I had econ.
Remember, she's all hyper up. It's,
Yeah, we lost Dewey in the last one.
hey,
Hey, how'd they get all this stuff? I mean, isn't this evidence?
Well, cops like money, and evidence can get lost pretty easily. TV that killed Stumacher. If you believe he's dead. I hear you're a horror fan. It's been said. Best Nightmare on Elm Street. The original. Best Friday the 13th. Part 2. Chapter. Had a crush on Corey Feldman. Okay, respect.
See, I think Final Chapter's the best Friday the 13th, too. And yes, I agree, Psycho 2 is incredibly underrated.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught that. They were talking about Stu Macher, and they said the TV that killed Stu Macher, and she's like, if you believe he's dead, meaning Stu could come back, Matthew
okay,
Lillard.
I see.
I don't think it has to be like a big deal. I think he could have been in prison, you know, like a mental institution for the past 25 years. That would make sense. You know, that's kind of what Psycho 2 did. They had Anthony Perkins come back after 20 years. That's about how long he would have been sentenced, you know, to a mental institution for, you know what I mean? That's what they could have done. I don't know why they're making it any more complicated than it would have to be to bring Stu back.
Yep, geolocation coming through right now. He's on the Upper West Side.
He's inside an apartment building halfway across the city.
West 96? How did you know that?
Right.
So they traced it, the call where the killer's coming from. He's coming from Gal's place. Her apartment, anyway. Building.
Like the 10th guy to try this, right? And spoiler alert, it never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Oh, but they certainly leave a mark before they go, don't they? Richie and Em weren't there for him at the end. Not there to give him comfort.
Oh no.
You're the one who's gonna die screaming.
Maybe, but you won't be around to see it. You couldn't stop what happened to Dewey, just like you're not going to be able to stop this.
She stands there for a minute. Oh no. Oh. What's she doing?
Probably has a gun in there.
Oh, okay.
How's that for nostalgia? Sure you are.
Maybe you did hit me. Maybe I'm wounded. Or maybe I'm wearing a bulletproof vest.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Oh, I know nobody there.
You would have made a good killer, Gail. Sydney never would have made sense. And Dewey was the fan favorite, but you cracking under the pressure and turning into Ghostface would have been a great twist.
Keep talking, asshole.
Sure. What do you want to talk about? You never got to be the leading lady, did you? It was always all about poor, sweet Sydney sucking up all the oxygen. What did that leave you to be?
The brains and the sex appeal?
Sorry about your boyfriend.
What? She had to. She needed to do that. I know it was good. Oh, oh, what? Oh no.
Gail. Gail.
Is she dying too?
I'm sorry.
What?
She's gonna die too.
He was gonna come after you. I'm so sorry. Tell Sydney he never got me.
Got a weak pulse. Get the backboard. You need to move now.
I keep looking at him, but
Win this time.
it would just be too obvious.
Which one?
He wants to
The
punish
one, dorky one. But it would be somebody like that. But
I'll just give myself up.
did you know who it was by now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess that I can't tell you. I mean, we had seen everybody by that time, and I literally was like, oh, I bet it's this, 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 and this, and it ended up being exactly that.
but see, you know, you're more.
Well, I'll tell you how I mean, it's not any big mystery how I figured it out, which I'll tell you when you see it all.
But you know a lot of history.
I do, and I know
and I
how
don't
to.
remember a lot of
Well,
history.
sure, but I also just I use logic about the film itself.
Where
Like I said, I
can't
hoped it was one thing, but I said I bet it was going to be A, B, C, D, E, which it was.
Like I can't comprehend like you do, where the other ones were
Sure, but I mean,
in the
it's more about.
beginning
It's not about me knowing Scream, which I do. I know Scream very well.
very well.
But it's about me knowing movies and me knowing horror movies specifically.
right.
And I just feel like it was kind of an obvious thing, and I wish they had tried something different. So you see, she just got separated, though, now. With
And they
your
keep
number one
showing them
suspect.
for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say, when I went to New York, that is what it was like. When we go on the subway, always somebody was dressed up like something. Like,
really?
yeah, I remember there was a guy dressed up as Iron Man. I think there was a
Really?
Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
Seriously?
And it wasn't Halloween or anything.
Oh my God. Like the Warriors, the movie. Is that
Come out to
still?
play.
Is that still like that there
No.
in
No.
New York?
Yes, no.
Gangs.
No, I mean, not like that. That was very hyper real.
It's not like that now.
I mean, I'm sure there's still gangs and stuff out there, but I mean, it's not like,
It was back then.
well, like how it was in that movie. Like they're all like
Wow, back
set
then.
up in these patches,
Yeah.
meeting all together, and then having to get back.
Well, I meant, but there was
For
probably.
sure, I'm sure there's gangs still. Yeah, of course. But I mean, this is more what it's like. You're just with a whole bunch of people.
Well, where's your sister? Oh, she's on there.
She's on a different train, though. She's with him.
Oh. When they get on something like that, where they got all these people dressed
That's
up.
how you travel in New York.
Huh?
That's how you travel in New York.
But with all these people's masks on.
Yeah, you got to get somewhere.
She's gonna get stabbed next. She's gonna think of something. I'm over here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, he's not there now. What's she thinking? Well, where's that goofy one that's supposed to be with her? The curls or whatever. Uh-oh. Oh, I knew she was gonna get it.
What?
I knew she was not. But where's the guy that she was supposed to be with? And they're not doing nothing.
They don't know what's going on.
Oh, there he is. Oh,
Who do you think it is?
blonde, but her hair's longer.
Kirby? Her?
Yeah. Somebody's gonna notice something.
Yeah, you should have done that a lot sooner. Right. But you could have stuck to it like a lot more time.
You punch her. You get her. Am I right? Then again, we don't know for sure. Maybe it's not her. Get the knife from her. Oh, I think that's how her legs off it. There's three of you. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. There's two of them. The policeman and the... What the... Oh, no. There's two of them. Said the policeman and I said the policeman and
We know it's you, Kirby. One of them knocked me out.
Kirby, stop! Get away from the girl!
What are you doing?
Did you kill Kirby? You kill my daughter?
Jesus Christ! Who wanted to kill her?
huh?
Good job. Both of you.
So you were kind of right.
Rudy was right. It was easy to juke the roommate lottery. Says your grandmother, Sam. Speaking of
Who's
Sam,
the other one?
my name's not Ethan Landry.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Yeah, because you died.
Kind of didn't. Well, it was a good way to get out the suspect list. Stab Gail Weathers.
So you can switch your body out with fresh one.
Yeah, I literally said that to John. I was like, oh, I bet that's just her faking it.
You mean her?
Yeah, I guess them both. I guess all three, actually.
Oh my.
I said, oh, it's probably the dad and her. And then she was talking about a brother.
That's number 3. That's 2. The sleeves. Your father's. This is what we've been counting down to, Sam. I'm gonna need you to put it on.
Huh? Well, I did say to Curly, I ain't never got her.
You did this as a family? Oh yeah, bitch, you should know better than anyone. Killed her brother!
What are you talking about? You said your brother died in a car accident.
No. You swooped on thing. He died in Woodsburg.
So you guys are thinking that I didn't post the holiday special. Well, I tried to, okay? I really did try.
Did you see her teeth come out?
I gotta need this.
Oh,
What are you gonna do about it, bitch?
I'll get up.
here I thought it was her.
Well, she's a good suspect. We haven't seen her in a while. 10 years.
Right. It's just, and Gail's gonna be all right, I hope.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm sure.
get something right. I never got who was the guy. Who, him, well, I kept saying the curly guy.
Yeah, you got them. You guessed him, right?
But I said it was too obvious. And here it was. She looks like Chucky. She looked like Chucky. Chucky's bride. Oh, she got him in the mouth. I'm ready to go to the dentist now. Ooh. Oh. There. Uh-oh.
Always gotta shoot him in the head.
She has that on her.
Because she's like her dad.
Huh? You mean she's bad?
Well, she walks the line.
So,
Oh.
Like, that's what she was talking about, therapy. Like, she enjoys this part too much. more than
Oh,
she probably should.
oh my God. When he wanted her to put that thing on earlier,
Right. Well, he wants to justify that
that
his
he
son was
was the
not really
thief,
bad. She's
yeah,
really the killer.
but
Yeah.
she
Yes.
turned the tables.
Correct.
Oh,
And then but she is sort of, I wouldn't say
right,
she's bad,
right,
but she
'cause
has it within her. She enjoys doing it. So she's kind of like,
but he
okay.
wanted her where he says they'll believe him.
Right.
I saw that in a scary movie once.
It's pretty good.
All right. So what did you think of Scream 6?
I really liked it
Did you?
a lot.
Yeah. So you did guess Kirby, which was wrong, but you also did guess the dorky guy. I guess Ethan was his name. So you're right about that.
I never thought the sheriff or
The cop guy. Yeah, I did guess it. You know,
How did you know?
I don't know, and I do have a witness, so it's telling the truth. But I think I just kind of thought, you know, something she said at the beginning. The one girl, the roommate, she was like, "Oh, I lost my brother," and I was like, "Oh, well, she would be the right age." And then he was talking about how he lost his son, the cop dad, and I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, you know, I can almost see them being in it together." And when she was killed. And thrown in, I was like, oh, but that she could just be faking it. You know, I'm like, that would be a good way to throw us all off.
Oh my God.
So I just kind of guessed that, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe that's their other brother too, that dorky guy. I'm like, maybe he's in it too.
Let's say you were more, yeah.
But I also think, if you think about it, is it really that clever that I figured it out? They were pretty much the only new characters in this movie, other than the girl that fell off the ladder. I mean, everybody else in this movie, and I guess the guy across the way. I'm like, there's nobody else to really guess. You know, I'm like, it's going to be one of these new people, you know? So I think that, I think that the opening was good. It was a nice surprise.
Right.
I loved Gail in it. I loved Kirby coming back. But I think what would have been interesting is to have had one of the core four, one of the survivors from the last movie. So Sam, Tara, Mindy, or Chad. I thought Mindy, the girl on the train who got stabbed, I thought it would have been really cool if she had ended up being the killer. I thought that would have been a fun twist. Because when the original movies came out, when you watch Scream the first time through, you definitely kind of suspect Randy is going to be the killer.
Right.
And in the second movie, until he gets killed, you're still kind of like, oh, it might be Randy. So I thought a fun twist would have been to have, because she's sort of the Randy character in this movie. I'm like, well, it would have been fun to have, that would be a twist, to have her be the killer. So I thought, I was kind of like, here's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be the cop, his daughter, and the other guy's going to be the brother. But I'm like, I told John, I go, what I hope happens is that it will be Mindy. You know, or maybe even Mindy and Chad are working together now. They came back and they're the killers. I thought that would have been cool.
Because I remember I said something like maybe there's two of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you along the lines. Yeah. I might have said to myself, but I said it might be two of them.
Yeah, but overall, I do think it was a good one. It was successful, but I don't think it's the best one by any means. You know, I really kind of feel like the way I like the movies are exactly in order. So I think the first one's the best. I think the second one's next. Third one's the third. Fourth is fourth. Fifth, and this is the sixth one to me. I really do miss Sydney in it. And maybe it's just because I'm that age, you know, I grew up with these movies.
Right.
For me, I really want Sydney. You know, it's the equivalent to me of having either Jamie Lee Curtis or Danielle Harris in a Halloween movie.
Right.
But, you know, I was satisfied still to have Gail in it. And I thought her scene was really good.
And she had a good part at the end.
Yeah, well, and you were holding on to me during the Gail Weathers when she was doing that.
But at least she had a part.
Yeah, and I think she did well, and I was glad to see her in it. And again, having Kirby came back, I was very happy with that. So I do hope they've been teasing forever. I really hope that if they do another one, which they're going to do, that they bring Matthew Lillard back as Stu. I don't think that I think it could be a very, very simple thing, which is what I said in there. I think you could just say, it's been 25 years. He's been in prison for 25 years and now he's released.
Right.
Like, you know, for mental illness, that's how they get locked up. But you can explain it 1,000 ways. I don't know why they have to do this whole, he might be, he might not be. Like, just, he is. Why not? Would you watch this one again, though?
Yeah, I would want to watch it again.
Yeah. Well, and watching it this time through, when I watched Scream 5 with you last time, I kind of felt the same way I did about this one, where I wasn't loving it. I did enjoy Scream 5 a little bit better the second time when I watched it with you. This one, I'm still about the same, but maybe if I give it another chance, I'll watch it again. But I just think that we've kind of now, I feel like they're making it a little too complicated. You said that at one point that you were getting a little confused at the end.
Right.
And I feel like it doesn't need to be that complicated of a movie. I think the Scream movies, they're known for talking about films and loving film, but I think that they can simplify it a little bit. It doesn't need to be so complex.
Well, the last half an hour, I'm like, huh?
Yeah, right?
I didn't know how, when 2 came out and the
third one.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, is it maybe Kirby? You know, it's like, usually when we get down to that point, you're sort of like, wait, is it this person or this person? And in this one, you really are like, oh, it's this, this, and this. And again, when I watched it, I was sort of like, watch, there'll be 3 to John. I was like, watch, there'll be 3. So I wasn't confused, but I could definitely understand that if you hadn't guessed that, it would be very much like, wait, what's going on right now? So well, I'm glad you'd watch it again.
Yeah, I would, to catch up on things that I missed.
And always figure it out again. And sometimes, and I always say, sometimes watching a movie the second time through is even scarier because you remember something's coming. You may not remember exactly what it is. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a good one. Please always, as you want, recommend down below in the comments. What do you want this one to watch? We might watch, somebody recommended one of the Saw movies, so we might continue on with that. But let us know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, please. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.